this one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Sometimes it's designed, but sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. You want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. On the counter, Etienne. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Hardy set to return. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with, 35 seconds until the break. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Winston. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And the half will begin with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Hayden Hurst, 75 yards. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues,
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Jags will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in the Super Bowl.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead now up to 14. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
1st down, Winston. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
3rd quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now. Winston now. That would complete downfield to Thomas. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. They'll throw again. Winston. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Saints are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, Parker. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up. Not that time. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing there. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 54 yards. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the 4th. A pivotal moment in this football game. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Winston. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they work this well. Touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. A give to Etienne running right. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. On first down, right back to ETN. And he's got it down to the 28. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. ETN once more. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Rayshad Jenkins picks it off. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this, practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.